Welcome back to the Next Play podcast. I'm Prof. Gian Shively, here with Matt for episode 3. How you doing, Matt?
Doing good, man.
Season 2, episode 3.
That's right.
The weeks fly by when school starts.
It does. We're in a little bit of a break in like recapping action for this one, but we have some good stuff to talk about.
Absolutely. We've had some awards being given out last semester that we want to talk about, and also some dealings off the field that one of our coaches has done. So we'll focus on those things, and then we're going to have a little conversation later on about youth sports and college sports and all that stuff too. So stay tuned if you're tuning in. But so real quick, just to highlight what's coming up on Thursday tonight, the men's basketball team is playing Nobel. They're off in California. And then I believe they might be playing Bethesda. Is it after that, or who are they?
Saturday, I believe.
Yeah, Saturday is Bethesda, I believe. So they're on a bit of a road trip. So won't have a broadcast on those. And hopefully they broadcast from there. I don't know. I can't remember if those two schools have a broadcast. So
I saw something that Justice shared from somebody that looked like a broadcaster. He kind of reminded me of us a little bit. He does a lot of
He did.
stuff.
It looked like mostly player interviews on his profile. But.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's live action or he's just going to cover the game or interview the players after, but hopefully we'll get something to talk about.
Yep, we are once again coming to you from the outside studio, so don't mind the helicopter noises. Of course, it was quiet until we started having this conversation, and now they're going overhead.
That's it.
So, yeah, the men are off on a road trip, and beach volleyball getting up and running. They're playing a scrimmage this week against ASU's club team.
That's it. I think baseball has a tournament.
Yep, they're actually away as well, but they're playing Nelson, actually, I think.
That's right. This
weekend for their opening weekend. So lots of things happening, just not here for us to broadcast. And this past week, like you said, not much took place on the game front. So, but talk about women's soccer. There was a big week for women's soccer.
Yeah, there were some awards handed out, some hardware. The NCCAA West Region Coach of the Year was handed out to our very own Mike Navarro. So that's a well-earned. We've talked about it all season, just the development and growth of the women's soccer program, especially this year. And so Mike, with the hard work there.
He's been here since day one too, so it's been day one of the soccer program.
Yes.
So it's been good to see him go from humble roots to now Coach of the Year honors.
And as we talked about, even with the seniors, just really believing in a program that hadn't yet really been a program.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike is the guy casting that vision to those players. So
yep.
Well done, Mike, for sure for that.
Already really, a few recruits, I think, for next year, too, that he's had. So
yeah, we see some new names coming through. We kind of have a little ticker, so to speak, through Instagram of new signings, and that's always exciting. We obviously don't know the people who are being signed. We're excited to get to know them. And so, but on the player front, there's other hardware handed out as well. Kristen Nieblas was an all-region first team recipient for the NCCAA West Region. Same with Raquel Trogdon, all-region first team. Well earned for both of those ladies. And Player of the Year, Aaliyah Myers.
Bossy!
For NCCAA West Region. I mean, that amazing. And, you know, we've seen these ladies in action this season and just working so hard. Their camaraderie, they're talking about the senior day. They talked about their favorite moment. And it seems like all the seniors and Raquel, I believe is one of them, right? And she talked about this one practice where they all like dressed up for, I think it was like their Halloween practice. It was like this core memory for every single one of them. It was really funny though.
Culture building.
Yeah, I love stuff like that. And they have very similar favorite moments, which is a good sign. That means you're all bought in and enjoying and being in the moment when you're even at practice.
Yep.
So
I think I just had a Duval moment. Remember the coach that got hired to coach Jacksonville last year, and he became a meme.
Oh yeah.
Because they do the Duval chants, and he came out and was like Duval. It sounded all weird.
Yeah.
I just did that with Bossy. I think I just had a weird moment. So interesting. Don't meme me.
Don't meme me. Don't at me, bro.
No, I mean don't meme me. Don't make me a meme. Anyway, so congratulations, women's soccer. Both the team championship this year and several individual honors. So
yeah,
great year for women's soccer. On the men's soccer front,
Levi's been busy.
Kind of an award, right? Coach Levi has officially the most spring signings by any team since Justice began. He's brought in 11 new players mid-year.
I believe a new assistant coach as well. I met him on at church on Sunday.
Yeah, that he's definitely been active. I think once he got word that it was his team, because he came in last year at the beginning, kind of as an interim, not officially. I mean, he was called the head soccer coach, but he didn't know if that was long term or short term. And now he's got the reins, and he's just been running, getting guys from all over the country, all over the world, really.
A handful of Ghanaians coming over,
and an Australian, one at least that I know of.
A few of them came straight from that country, right? Mm-hmm. And a few transferred over from Nobel.
Mm-hmm.
And so excited to see what they have. Have several of them in my class. And they've got where they once didn't have a true keeper on that roster. Now I think they have 3.
Yeah.
So they're, that's a good problem to have.
Levi seems to really know
depth chart problem.
The holes he wants to fill this offseason. So
absolutely.
Good job, coach, and anxious to meet the 11 new guys that come in. So productive week, even though there weren't games to be played on the calendar. We won't be broadcasting again from home until baseball has their home season series a week from. We'll have a podcast before then, but a week from this coming weekend. So that'll be exciting. They got an out-of-town opponent coming into play. So excited about that.
And their home field for a little bit is, do you know the name of the park? It's over
Don't make me say it, though. It's Kyrene in the 202. It's
Kyrene in the 202.
Namobi or Namoni, something like that park. Watch our Instagram and subscribe to the men's baseball Instagram.
That's right.
Don't keep track of what's going on.
The name of that park either, please.
Yeah, it'll be like Bolsi Namobi. What?
Namobi? Yeah.
Anyway, it's spelled kind of interestingly. So, yeah, but that's going to be the home field at least for the first weekend, which will be good.
Do they have a concession stand?
I don't know. It's
a big question because you can't have a baseball game without a hot dog.
Maybe I'll just bring you a hot dog from like
Circle K.
Well, not sponsored, man. Come on now.
K.
One of those corner convenience stores.
With a K and a circle. Yeah.
This could be you here if you were a sponsor, though. This could be your name right here.
Well, I might just bring the church Blackstone out, but I have to broadcast. That might be hard to multitask.
You do.
Between innings, I could throw some dogs.
Get Kyle ready to come out.
Kyle can
grill some dogs for us.
I can almost smell the hot dogs and the popcorn and sunflower. Can you smell sunflower seeds? I'm sure you can. I could taste those. I'm ready. I'm ready for some baseball.
You've been ready all year. This has been your thing.
I've been pretty stoked.
We started broadcasting, and Matt was immediately, and I can't wait to broadcast baseball. You know that sport pretty well, though.
I do, and it's going to be fun to just, be able to tell stories, too. And
just the time that we rehearsed. Remember way back when, before we even did a game, and you came to my house, and we were just calling games, and we put on an old Diamondbacks game?
Yeah.
You were very capable, sir. I'm looking forward to hearing you call the Lions.
It's going to be good. Can't wait. Good stuff.
Some just to set the expectation, too, some of these games we'll end up doing solo or with a guest because there's just a lot of games on the calendar. And so Prof. G.N. Shively can't be at 100% of every game together.
That's right.
So be ready for that. But we're excited for this semester. Lots to come. Let's hope it doesn't turn out like Arizona Athletic Grounds this past weekend.
That's right.
And with that, we'll transfer into our discussion on youth sports. For those of you that didn't see what happened, Matt, tell them the story.
Yeah, so I saw this. There's a local news story, and then also on Instagram of a fight, a brawl, and I've heard
more than a fight,
more than a fight, and it's a bad look, right, to say the least.
Well, it had to just be the players, right?
It was, and it probably started that way, but it's a 7-on-7 tournament. I believe it's football, and turned into 10 players fighting with 10 other players. It spilled into the fans and the parents, and the police said like 100 people were involved, and they said nobody was hurt, which is interesting. If they're throwing punches, no one was hurt. So apparently they're really bad at that.
I think I heard 20 plus police vehicles.
Yeah,
on site as well.
No arrests. I don't know if that's true, but
I don't know.
I'm done speculating on things I don't know about.
Let's not do that. Look up online Arizona Athletic Grounds brawl if you want the full details.
That's it. But anyway, that made us wonder and think of, what I've been pondering just as a believer. We represent Christ everywhere we go. Should we be different? Short answer, yes. Should we be different as Christians when we are observing a sporting event or participating in a sporting event? And we could go on and on about the culture of youth sports today, and there's lots of unhealthy factors there, including what led to that brawl. But what is our mandate, if you will, to represent Christ when we are either watching a sporting event in public or private, for that matter, or participating and competing hard?
Yeah, it's hard not to delve into the overall problems with youth sports in that regard, because yes, we should act differently because we follow Christ, but at the same time, should we really have brawls associated with youth sports to begin with? I mean,
Right.
that's a whole different discussion. But I think, one thing that does make us different as Justice University is wherever our students go, wherever our faculty goes, administration, anybody associated with the school, wherever you go, you carry that name of Justice University.
Right.
And what does that mean? Somebody looks up Justice University online, they're going to see Private Christian College in Chandler, Arizona, right? So immediately, anything negative happens, and the first thing you're going to see is Christian college students, right? And so you even have that responsibility just carrying the name on your jersey.
And, obviously we are all prone to make mistakes and to have weak moments, and I'm not trying to pile on shame in any way, but I really only have myself to hold accountable in a lot of ways of my actions. And so I've had my moments too where I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have got elevated in that moment. It wasn't worth it, like whatever. But even the national championship game the other night, Miami, their running back, he scores a touchdown. He signs "Jesus loves you," and then that's the same guy who throws a punch after the game's over at an Indiana player.
And here you are talking about it a couple days later.
Yeah, and so it's like it's the consistency.
Meanwhile,
right?
Mendoza gets interviewed at the end of the game, gives all the glory to God, thanks his parents. Very, very hometown? What would you call that? Very small town feel type guy. I don't know Mendoza from Adam, but just the way those two different reactions were. Granted, one lost and one won, so that does make it a little bit harder.
And I think for me, it's just like I want to be consistent. That's a goal of mine. Do I fall short? Yes, I'm sinful, right? And
I think the Bible says something about that.
Yeah,
I think all of us.
We've all done it. We've all fallen short. We will fall short. But I think it's just a good reminder. Honestly, it's like remember who you're playing for, who you represent, but also it's an example to those parents. Like they need to be breaking that up and have a teaching moment with their kids that are getting in that fight. Not shaming them, but teachable moment. Not joining in and giving a weird example to their kids of what? Oh, okay. So it's okay to throw down when
those will be the same students that are brawling when they're off in college or in the pros on their own, because that's the example that they're seeing. But yeah, and I feel like there was another example I mentioned to you on a smaller scale. There's a kids basketball game happening that was just over the weekend as well, or at least a video surfaced over the weekend. And one of the coaches had to separate a couple players that were in each other's faces, and another parent didn't like that, and he basically body checked, linebacker hit the other parent to the ground. We're all adults in those situations, and we need to sometimes act like that.
Yeah,
I know you have said too, Matt, that calling games has helped you, and it's helped me.
Yeah,
because as a fan, I'm yelling at the screen, and I'm I want to throw things across the room. And when you're broadcasting,
you have to be more neutral.
Yeah, or at least subdued.
Subdued.
I don't know if I'll ever be fully neutral. I think people.
Yeah.
I think the officials and people would like us to be more neutral, but we're still homers at the end of the day.
We are.
We just gotta be respectful.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm fine with that. If I'm watching a broadcast and it's the announcer is rooting for the home team and you can tell, like, just that's all I ask. Be respectful. Don't. Yeah.
There's a difference between an ESPN broadcast and an Arizona sports broadcast.
Right.
Because you're expecting the ESPN guys to be more neutral.
Yes.
And then you're expecting the Phoenix guys to be Suns fans, for instance.
Right.
Or Diamondbacks fans or whatever,
And we're still learning. And I think that's our avenue right now where we're learning is we're calling games. And so I think we have to remember this when we're calling games too, to be good sports. And I mean, it doesn't, maybe we're, like you said, more subdued because we know people are listening to us, but it's still an important fact. There's people watching and like, not as a good example. We want to set an example, set a good example. So these college kids, like, set an example. If you're a senior, set an example for the freshmen on the team, that are watching you. They're learning from you. We saw a lot of freshmen learning from seniors this year with women's volleyball, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Saw a lot of these younger freshmen really gleaning from the upperclassmen. And so it's a responsibility with kind of a responsibility as a leader and as a student leader. You have that, but also as a parent, you have that. They're watching how I would hate for my kid, for example, to have to always be explaining why dad just always loses his cool. I'm sorry. I don't want my kids like apologizing.
We've seen that on videos, the kids in
Right.
the background looking horrified because mom and dad are screaming at the refs or whatever they're doing.
Right. And I get it. You are reliving your glory days or whatever it is. And it's exciting. You're proud of your kid. That's all great.
Let me tell you what's funny. I was not an athlete parent because my kids didn't choose that route. I was a high school marching band parent. And you want to see some rabid fans?
Yeah.
Marching band parents are rabid fans. And just like sports fans, we all try and suddenly think we know everything about marching band competitions. And we're screaming about, they shouldn't have gotten that caption score. And I don't even know what a caption score is. But it is. It's a reflex when you're supporting your kids or you're supporting people you care about. But another note just to the fans as well, especially if you're here on the Justice campus, you got to remember this is Justice University. This is your home school. But this is also a church that we share campus with. And if you wouldn't say certain things inside the worship house across the sidewalk, you probably should think about saying them before you say them in the gym. So the things you say to other players, it's fine. Heckling's part of that's part of the fun of being a fan. But the things you're saying need to be respect, surface level, no deep cuts. No personal jabs.
It's always my favorite filter verse, Philippians 4:8. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable. If anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Whatever you've learned or received or heard from me, following a good example, right? Or seen in me, put into practice, and the God of peace will be with you. So it starts with your thoughts. Ultimately, out of the overflow of your heart, your mouth speaks. And so, again, I am just as guilty of putting my foot in my mouth and crossing that line from time to time. But I don't.
It never happens to me. I'm sorry.
Good. I will learn from you.
Yeah.
And I will put that into practice.
Don't try and verify that with my wife, though.
Okay.
She'll tell you different.
You're starting to sweat there now that you thought about me asking her. So anyway, I think that's rant over for me. But I just think for me, I want to grow in that because I got frustrated with like somebody at a car dealership and it's like that didn't represent me well. I was maybe justly upset, but I don't want that to ruin my day either.
Well, as a believer, it's not about the reaction because you're still a human.
Still human.
It's the reaction and how you react to the reaction. How you handle that.
Walking it
the
back. The
distance between your anger and realizing how to address it properly is a difference in maturity in Christians.
Normalize, hey, that wasn't okay. I apologize. That did not represent me well, and that's okay.
And it builds trust and leadership on campus too. Just acknowledging when you're wrong, committing to be better, and just doing everything you can to be better every day. So
that's it.
Good topic to discuss. Hey, thank you, Arizona Athletic Grounds, for the brawl. I'm just kidding. Give us something to talk about this week. But
may or may not have.
They ended up canceling that tournament, by the way.
That's rough. So there's a consequence for our actions always, right?
All the kids that weren't involved, now they don't get to play their tournament because, anyway.
That's true.
Well, we are happy to have you here. If you don't already, please follow us on social media, specifically on Facebook and Instagram. And you know what? Let me share something with you, Matt.
Yeah,
we have a Prof. G and Shively TikTok account now.
What?
Right? Managed by our producer, Jesse.
We have one of those tactics?
Tactics. You have to start dancing. That's the thing.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll practice.
You have daughters. They can show you how.
Yeah.
But we are on all the social media platforms and YouTube as well. That's where you want to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know when we're coming online for broadcast.
Do we have a MySpace yet?
You asked that earlier this year. I'm still not on it.
I'm sorry.
I've been trying to find it, but Steve left. Is that his name? Steve? Tom. Yeah. Wow, dating ourselves. That guy, man, he did okay for himself because he sold out before Facebook took over.
Yeah.
I'm ran with the money and enjoying life now.
Smart guy.
Anyway, so thanks for tuning in today for episode 3. And we're looking forward to more broadcasts coming up. But for now, we will see you on the next podcast next Thursday.
Peace.